The Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association President Detective Steve Loomis on if handcuffing the police will make things worse. Steve, thanks for joining us. We've watched this over and over again. We've seen it play out going back to the 60s, and I think Watts is a great case study for that. A lot of businesses left and never returned to the area. But how do you find that perfect relationship, or much better relationship, where you can actually have more policing and a community that understands the necessity of it?
Well, the answer is remarkably simple to that. We need enough police officers on the street to do the job properly. Just very recently in the city of Cleveland during the RNC, we were able to prove that undoubtedly that when you have enough police officers to do the job gets done. It gets done in a very efficient and a very safe manner. Right now we're working with scouting crews in Cleveland and other major cities, and I imagine Milwaukee is the same way.
Yeah, and also in Milwaukee, though, we've seen this economic backdrop, which is awful. In fact, the average black household income versus the average white household income is the second largest gap in America. Only Minneapolis is a larger gulf than that. 17% unemployment versus 4.3% unemployment. You've got two distinct different sets of circumstances in the same city. How much does that contribute to what's been becoming a ticking time bomb across America?
Well, when you go to move somewhere, for example, the number 1 and 2 questions that you ask are how safe is the city and how good are the schools? Or how good are the schools, how safe is the city? You're not going to have people come into your neighborhoods and invest if there's a crime problem. It all stems around the safety first, and that goes back to the priorities of the politicians locally, at state levels, and at national levels. And the priority is not there right now. Law and order is not the priority of President Obama or anybody else that I can see anywhere at this point. And that's a shame, because it's a really simple solution to a very, very complex problem.
Steve, having a greater police force or a greater police presence, is there a way to do that, though, in a way that's not intimidating, doesn't feel like an occupation,
Sure.
if you will?
Sure, absolutely. Again, going back to our success in the RNC, you saw police officers running through water fountains with the kids. There was a lot of police officers out there, and they weren't there in an intimidating fashion. Now, there's always going to be the activists, the anarchists out there that are going to say, well, this is a police state. Well, make up my mind for me. Do you want it to be a safe state? We've offered solutions here in Cleveland. We said, put up an office in schools so police officers that are out on the street can go into the school and do their common paperwork. So the kids have a chance to interact with them in a non-confrontational or way,
right.
And that got shot down. How does that get shot down? There's simple solutions. They're just not willing to pull the trigger on them, and that's a shame.
Yeah.
We need more police officers. We need help. Bill Clinton's administration, we had all kinds of federal programs here in the city of Cleveland and elsewhere in the country. Wrap houses, bicycle patrols, foot patrols. We had 100 people in a community policing unit. 2003, we had 2,000 police officers in the city of Cleveland. 2006, we had 1,500.
Wow.
You can't get rid of 500 police officers and then ask the question, what's going on here?
Yeah, and ultimately, the people of the community and the police all want the same thing, right? They want peace.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
they want harmony.
These guys and gals that are out here in the trenches in the police department, they would love nothing better than to drive around in a sports car all day long, wave at the kids, play with the kids, and not have one radio assignment to attend to. That's the goal in life. And
Steve, I just want to say
we need to get there.
Thanks for all your service and being a voice. Sometimes, I know it's critical, and you put yourself in a position where you get a lot of pushback, but we need to hear that, and I appreciate you taking out the time.
Thank you very much for having me, sir.